So please, I want you all to give yourselves a round of applause for being here alone this morning. Thank you so much. Of course, we apologize for starting just behind schedule, just situation above our control. But before we further ado right now, of course, there are a lot of distinguished ladies and gentlemen here we will be acknowledging. But remember that this is the Aisha Buhari competition for 2021. 6 nations will be locking head to know who becomes the champion for 2021. My name is Onyechi Obaro, and I am your host for today. So nice to have you, nice to see you, nice to be here. We've got a lot of distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the local organizing committee, the chairman for the Nigerian Women's Football League, and also others from the Nigerian Football Federation. Remember that the theme for the 2021 edition is playing for good. Playing for good is a wonderful thing. You know, when it comes to women, you see beauty. Stepping into this place alone, we could see beautiful things here that represents what the woman stands for. Now, right now, we're going to be giving honor to the nation who have to stand up, be on our feet for the national anthem. The way we will take the national anthem, the first stanza will be instrumentals from the technical guys, while the second stanza we'll all have to recite the prayer together. Are we in together? Okay, so let's be on our feet for the national anthem. So the technical guys, can you give us the first stanza so we recite the second prayer together? I will recite. Let's go. 1, 2, go. O God of creation, direct our noble cause. Guide our leaders right. Help our youth the truth to know. In love and honesty to grow and live in just and truth. Great lofty heart attain to build our nation where peace and justice shall reign. Thank you so very much. We can have our seats. A round of applause for each and every one of us in here. I know that the face mask is on, and we could see some people muttering words there, but it's fine. It's a long time we've been to school. Okay, now, without further ado, we get to talk about this tournament right now. This is the Aisha Buhari Cup for 2021. This is a tournament that was organized for Africa, of course, to promote football in Africa, to bring 6 nations together, for them to lock hands together to know who becomes the champion for 2021, the maiden edition. As I did say earlier, the theme for this tourney is playing for good. You'll be wondering why they picked this theme. Anything that has to do with women, it is good, beautiful. Of course, to promote football for women, promote the women as a gender, and also to promote the culture, African culture. Now, of course, looking at this, we can see a lot has been put in place for this to happen today, the press conference and the official draws, where teams will get to know who their opponents are for the competition. This journey was done to promote the foundation, the Aisha Buhari Foundation, and also promote football in all. So let's give a round of applause to all those who put this together, had to lock heads together, make decisions, and plan towards the success of this conference. Let's put our hands together for them. Of course, I was supposed to introduce those who will be occupying the table, high table here, but they're already seated. But we'll get to know that we've got the Vice President of the Nigerian Football Federation, Barrister Sheyi Akuwumi. Pardon me on that. So let's have a round of applause for him. Also, we've got the chairperson for the Nigerian Women's Football League. Of course, that's Aisha Falode. Let's have our hands for her. So I would like to know your name too. Okay, so we've... All right, please, but I'd like to introduce you in a very beautiful way. So sitting by my near left here, we've got the special advisor to the president on NGO's office from the First Lady. We've got Dr. Wole Aboderi just here. Let's have a round of applause. Thank you so very much for being here. And also we've got other names, distinguished ladies and gentlemen over there, but we will have to introduce them in due time. Of course, the gentlemen of the press are also here, so we get to say thank you for honoring our invitation. So now, let's announce the commencement of the press conference. This is the official commencement of the press conference for the Aisha Buhari Cup 2021. Now, without further ado, we get to bring the local organizing committee, the chairman of the local organizing committee, for his speech to commence this press conference here. And I'm talking about Barrister Sheyi Akuwumi, who is the Vice President of the Nigerian Football Federation. Let's have a round of applause as he's going to have his speech right now.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I think the first thing I should do is to welcome the Director General of the Lagos State Sports Commission, Mr. Gafaboluto. He has come from a very, very busy schedule this morning to make it here on time. I'm very grateful. Also to Dr. Wole Aboderi, who came in from Abuja. So I'm here today not as the first Vice President of Nigeria Football Federation, and neither is Aisha here as the Chairman of the Women's League. We're here as the Chairman and the Director of Organization, respectively, of the LOC for this event. But you are right that we hold those positions. Well, without further ado, I'd just like to say that we're grateful that we've been given the opportunity to showcase Lagos, to showcase Nigeria, to showcase women football, to showcase our beautiful women, to showcase the good work that the Aisha Buhari Foundation and the Future Assured program entails. And we're grateful that we're going to be able to showcase good African football in the next few weeks. The question may come, why? We're here, and many people do not realize that we've had 30 years of women football already in Nigeria. I think that the women should be applauded. Many people don't realize that, or maybe many do, but those who don't follow football may not, that the Super Falcons are the most successful international football side that we have produced in Nigeria and indeed in Africa. We think they're worth celebrating. A lot of people also may not have heard of the good work that the Aisha Buhari Foundation, and in particular the Future Assured program, is all about. And it is, and you will hear a lot more about it over the next few weeks, but it is set up and running for the good of the girl child, of the women, and indeed of children. And it's something that we have aligned ourselves with. We believe that joining hands with football, that program itself will go global. The first thing I'd like to also say, the thing I'd like to say now is that whatever it is that we do, we want everybody to support women football because we have fantastic women footballers all across the country. And we have potential women footballers all across the country. And we're doing this now, not just because of that, but we also would like to use this opportunity to prepare our teams for the Nations Cup. So this is a pre-Women's Nations Cup event. It's the first of its kind, and as usual, Nigeria is leading the way. I'll just quickly, because I don't have much time to go through this, but I'll just quickly go through our objectives. We want to promote the FIFA Football Women's Development Program, which we know has been really, really pushed the past few years since we got a Secretary General who is a woman. And that has been exploding over the past few years. We want to provide international recognition for Her Excellency's role in women empowerment and the development of the girl child. We'd like to introduce the Future Assured program into the world of international football in order to benefit the long-term benefits, to ensure that we get the long-term benefits for the children. And to highlight the strength of female football in Nigeria, create awareness of women-specific issues in Nigeria, showcase opportunities for Nigerian women empowerment through football. And of course, ensure that we have good football to be able to watch over the next, in the next few weeks. Of course, with Lagos State, we want to showcase what Lagos is about. The governor has done wonderfully well for us, refurbishing the stadia, making everything and promising us everything that we need to be available. So essentially, we're here to display Nigeria to the world. We're here to display what we are about, our good football, our good attitudes, everything about Nigeria. People hear all sorts of things, but we want to showcase the positive and show that we help ourselves. And we're grateful to the Lagos State Governor for his support. We're grateful to the Honorable Minister for Sport who's supporting us and even sent some of his aides to work with us. We're grateful to the Nigeria Football Federation, in particular the President, Amaju Pinnick. We're grateful to Her Excellency, Dr. Mrs. Aisha Buhari. Before I put my microphone down, it would be wrong of me not to say a very big thank you to the members of my LOC. Some of them are here present. We're grateful to you. Honorable Obidiro, thank you very much. We have the Secretary, Ruth, David, Kemi, somewhere here. And of course, Dr. Wole Aboderi and my indefatigable Director of Organization. Thank you very much and God bless you.
Thank you so very much right now. I've been given the names right now, so I will be calling out the dignitaries we've got here But remember that you have to give them a round of applause for putting this together. Now, of course, earlier I did say we've got Barrister Sheyi Akinwumi, the local organizing committee chairman. Let's have a round of applause for him. Ms. Aisha Falode, the director of organization. Let's also have a round of applause for her. Dr. Wale Abodere is here, member of the LOC representing office of the First Lady. Let's have a round of applause for him. We've got Honorable Ayo Midira, member of the local organizing committee. Let's have a round of applause for her. Mr. Gafar Bolota is here, the Director General of Lagos State Sports Commission. Let's have a round of applause for him, making it here. Mr. Ademola Olajire, Director of Publicity for the local organizing committee. Also have a round of applause for him. Ms. Ruth David is here, the Secretary of the local organizing committee. A round of applause, please. Ms. Kemi Areola is here, the member also of the local organizing committee. A round of applause. Then we've got Mr. Dotun Koka, member of the local organizing committee, technical subcommittee also. Then a round of applause for yourself, gentlemen of the press. Let's have a round of applause for you too. Now, without further ado, we need the speech of the Lagos State Sport Commission here, the Director General, Gafar Bolowotan. This side, you take the floor.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Good morning, everyone. All protocol today observed. And on behalf of the Lagos State government, I am here to represent the state as the Director General of the Lagos State Sport Commission, and to also highlight the support for this forthcoming Aisha Buhari Cup. Yes, the importance of our girl child, the importance of our girl child cannot be well emphasized. Over the years, the state has been supporting in sport development across the state and Nigeria as a whole. If you remember, in the recent past, we just hosted the Super Eagles. Not only that, we also ferried them to the Republic of Benin using our waterways to show new directions to sport and sport development, and also inculcate the social development that we have in the state. Yeah, the governor recently also, in order to develop sport and especially football, has embarked on construction of additional 11 stadia in the state. That is the first stage across the state. We have in Ikorodu, Badagry, just around there. The second phase will commence. And okay, that one we hope that by June next year, 2022, we'll have completion of that, and we'll start another 10 before the year runs out. This is to support our youth, to give opportunity to our children and our sportsmen to showcase what they know how to do best, and also in response to the yearning of the youth in engagement, empowerment, and also that we have the Mr. Governor have in mind, and to go by this tournament that we we are hosting, the state has decided to assist in every ramification by making our Onicon to be ready for use, and that the work there is ongoing, and before the commencement of this tournament, it will be ready. Also, we are laying the turf at Agege. The work is almost completed. Not only that, the Tessin Balogun Stadium is also going to wear a new look and cursing the state governor. With all this, we hope that our youth will take good advantage of what Lagos has been doing to take advantage of it and come out and excel in things they are doing. And this not to say that the state government is relenting. The state government is determined to keep supporting anything good that any Nigerian can come up with. Mr. Governor is available for discussion. But more importantly, what he used to tell anyone that cares to listen is that just follow the due process. Let's have engagement. Let us have discussion, and let's have what is needed, especially for the youth. And with this, what we are doing, of course, we have, like the chairman, LOC, alluded to, we have abundant talent in this country. We need to start harnessing them and start a process of replacing the aging one. No matter what we want to say, Super Falcons, some of them need to be replaced, and not only that, on a regular basis, we should have a process of re-engaging, innovating, and reintroducing a new input into the team, so that, yes, the team is most successful, most successful Nigerian team. One will not believe that it's just 30 years. Not when I say just, not, it's a long time, but compared to male football, which started far, far long, but male football has not achieved as much as our female football. It's a remarkable thing that of note that we should try as much as possible as an individual, as corporate bodies, to support, and as government to support, so that we can have better and better outing for the national team. I wish every one of us a very successful outing, particularly the LOC, and what they are doing. They should keep on doing the best they are doing, so that Nigerians can be better off at the end of the day. Thank you very much, and you are welcome, sir.
Thank you so very much, Director of the Lagos State Sport Commission, Gafar Boluwaton. It's a wonderful thing that he has to put out women and the achievement they've been able to make in the world of sport. Now, of course, you know that when it comes to women, there are a lot of things to be put in place to bring them out as beautiful as they are, as good as they represent. Remember that the theme for this 2021 tourney is playing for good. How many of us believe that when it comes to women, some specialties are being considered, preferences? How many of us believe that? So, of course, remember that I listened to when the Honorable said a lot has been done into female football that is even more than the male football. And we just only saw 2 women clap here. So can you just put your hands together for that? That's a big achievement. I am so happy about that. Right now, we're about to hand over the mic to the only woman sitting there on the high table. So it's going to be a very good welcome, a rousing welcome for her to have a speech. She's the director of the local organizing committee there for this tourney, the Aisha Buhari Cup for 2021. So let's have our round of applause, a resounding one for Miss Aisha Falude. Let's have a round of applause, please. Are we here? Women supporting women.
Good morning, everyone. Mr. Chairman, Local Organizing Committee of the Aisha Buhari Cup, Barrister Sheyi Akinwumi, the Director General of the Lagos State Sports Commission, Mr. Gafar Boluwotun, the representative of the Office of the First Lady, Dr. Gafar, Dr. Aboderin. I also recognize members of the LOC in our midst, Honorable Alaja Ayomidino, Ms. Ruth David, Kemi Ariola. I stand on all existing protocol now. The Aisha Buhari Cup, that is named after our amiable mother of the nation, wife of the president, Dr. Mrs. Aisha Buhari. It's a competition that has recognized the work that Her Excellency the First Lady has been doing for young girls and women in Nigeria, underreported and without so much of attention paid to it. The issues of the young girl, the issue of women, the issues of the youth. The Future Assured program in the First Lady's Foundation are centered around these three core areas of advocacy: health, education, and economic empowerment for our young girls, women, and the youth. And when we look at football and the social issues of football, they are similar, in fact, very identical to what Her Excellency is doing with the Future Assured program. The Safe Home campaign of FIFA, that is campaign against gender violence for women, the issues of equal representation at governance and leadership, which is the issue of women for women. And then, of course, we have the issue of Football for Hope, a program of FIFA. And these are very identical and similar to what the First Lady is doing with the health program, the education program, the economic empowerment program of the Future Assured. The Aisha Buhari Cup is a convergence of the best of women, the top teams of women football in Africa. Nigeria, of course, is leading the pack, followed by Cameroon. That is the latest FIFA ranking. Nigeria has always led for so many years. You have Ghana, you have South Africa, you have Mali, you have Morocco. This is a competition that is beyond playing football on the pitch. The theme of this competition was carefully and thoughtfully agreed upon. When we play together, we win together. And we win together, it means we have played for good. So the theme of this Aisha Buhari Cup, Playing for Good, was generated from playing as a team, from coming together as one, from drawing the attention of Africa and indeed the world to the social issues that are affecting women. We want to use this Aisha Buhari Cup to generate positive conversations around the social issues in our community, in our locality. And we go back to the chairman in his opening speech, said the Super Falcons are by far the most successful national team in Nigeria. In terms of performance, in terms of result, in terms of winning, of underrating and underinvesting in women's sports is not only peculiar to Nigeria. The conversation is ongoing, which is why you have people talking about pay parity in women's football, which is why you have people talking about equality in women's football. It's also the same thing in the corporates. When FIFA started having executive committees and councils, they had only one woman in the executive committee, and that was even 60 years after the body was formed. Right now, we have 37 members in the FIFA Council. There are 60 women there. It means we are making progress. And the conversation is ongoing. I know that the Executive Committee of the Nigeria Football Federation has done a lot more in promoting the women's development and growth of women's football agenda. Now the Super Falcons are playing friendly so regularly. We are having a program for women courtesy of the Super Falcons, centered around the Super Falcons. The pay parity was started by this executive committee in Ghana when we went for the last Africa Cup of Nations in Ghana, where for the very first time in history, the Super Falcons were paid the same match bonus as the Super Eagles. And I can hear a round of applause for that. And we hope that it continues and it continues to be sustained. So we must not end this speech if I do not thank enormously the Executive Governor of the Center of Excellence, Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who has embraced this tournament with all the might of Lagos behind it. We know that Lagos, they do not do their things in half measures, which is why if you go to the Mobolaji Johnson Arena today, what used to be known as the Onikon Stadium is almost unrecognizable. The transformation that has gone on there. Agege Stadium, the soccer temple, is undergoing an extensive and massive renovation ahead of this tournament. So, Mr. Governor, we are very, very grateful. We are thankful to Lagos. We also must thank the Lagos State Sports Commission that have thrown all its men on the field to make sure that this competition is held with the memories that our visitors will take back home with them on the 21st, when this competition rounds off, after it starts on September 13, will be positive ones, and they will want to return. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, I thank you so much for the support you've given us so far, but like Oliver Twist, we'll ask for more. Without you, there's no game. We are a team, and you have to support us through this tournament like you've done before, and like we urge you to continue to do. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so very much, Director of the Local Organizing Committee for the Aisha Buhari Cup, Aisha Faludi. Now, of course, she did say something that was really, really vital. I don't know if anyone picked that. Okay, you have something to say?
Yes, just one thing.
Okay.
That the Director of Organization said the Sports Commission threw all their men, and nobody clapped to. But they also threw their women on the field. Thank you very much.
So it's fair play there. All right, she did say something. When we play together, we win. When we win together, we do what? We play for good. So let me get to say it again while you say we play for good. When we play together, we win. When we win together, we play for good. So that's the theme of this year's tourney. Okay, right now, it's time for us to take questions from media persons here. Gentlemen of the press, you have questions. We even have an online presence. So if you have your questions, let's have them right now. This is the time for you to ask your questions. Can we just have those who signify if you have your questions, please? One, yeah. Please signify with your hands raised. So we have only one person. Okay. Please introduce yourself, your media. Okay, sorry.
Good morning. All protocols to be observed. My name is Luke George, Nigerian Television Authority. Was a good project, a good vision for the Aisha Buhari Foundation and the Nigerian Football Federation, of course, the women football putting this together, promote women football. Of course, like we've seen, NFL has been doing so much in terms of giving the Super Falcons friendly matches and keeping the Super Falcons fit. Well, I have two questions on the tournament. First of all, is from the technical point of view. I want to know the format of the competition, whether it's like a league format or it's like a knockout. How are they going to play to determine the champion? Of course, it's a friendly invitational tournament, but how will the champion emerge? That's my first question. The second question will be for the viewership of the match. Is it going to be like open for the fans? Will people just enter for free, or because maybe they have COVID protocols? So I want to know whether it's supposed to be maybe closed doors or open, and like, is it going to be free for the fans? Maybe to pay tickets to come watch the match. How's it going to be like?
Okay, let's have the questions answered right now. From the table, please.
Your first question, if I got you right, George, of NTA, was if the format of the competition. The format will be group format. Group format to straight to semi-finals. Semi-finals to the third place, and then the final. It's a 10-day event, 2 venues, 10 matches, 1 cup. And the second one, the fans will be at the stadium, but with strict, very strict COVID protocol observed, just like we're doing here. Before you came in here, you had your hands sanitized by the doorway. We are all wearing our face masks. If mine is off, it means because I'm speaking. It's right here. After speaking, I wear it back on. So strict COVID protocol, open to the public. There will be no gate taking. It will be free. But the crowd will be controlled. I promise you it's going to be a football for women on the continent like never seen before. When you have 6 top teams in the women's game, Nigeria, Cameroon, Ghana, South Africa, Mali, Morocco, playing in one city for one cause, for one purpose, you must know that there's a lot more than the game in it. Of course, we'll have the cup named after Her Excellency, the First Lady of Nigeria, Dr. Mrs. Aisha Buhari. And of course, you do not forget that this football event is also for a cause. Because of the future assured for our young women, for our young girls and also for the youth. I hope I've answered your questions.
So introduce yourself, your media outlet.
Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Aaron Akirijola. I work with Arise News. I want to ask a very simple question. I hope I'm not getting ahead of ourselves here, but I want to ask about sustainability, because this is a very laudable project, and especially that it's touching on women football. We cannot do enough for women football. What happens? Is there a plan for a next edition, and what's the future like for the Aisha Buhari Cup?
Thank you, Aaron. As you may have seen over the years with this present Nigeria Football Federation, we have raised the bar. And what we have done is we have been systematic about things that we do. So the idea here, and the reason why we must get it right the first time, is that the tournament will then have a life, a brand of its own, irrespective of who's in the NFF or who's in government. So we expect that at the end of this tournament, we immediately start planning for the next one. And it will be bigger and better than this one, which will be good, will be great, so it means that will be greater. But the idea, and the only way we can sustain it, is to make it independently sustainable, irrespective of whoever it is. So when the First Lady is no more the First Lady, it doesn't mean that the tournament will die, because it is a tournament aimed at live issues which are continuous. I hope I've answered the question.
Now, do we have any other question? Anybody? Press ask questions now to prevent according to. Yes, ask your questions now. It's open, please.
Good morning. My name is Benjamin. I work with Wazubia FM. You just said that it will be free, no gate takings, but the crowd will be controlled. We know when we even have gate takings at most of our stadia, it's difficult to control the crowd. And now we're going to have a free event, open to the public, under strict COVID protocols, and then you're saying the crowd will be controlled. How do we intend to control the crowd? And then, are we going to be having full capacity attendance at these venues? You know, Mabolaji or Teslim Balogun. If we are going to be having full capacity, how do we determine when it's time to shut the gates? How do we determine how to control the crowd, knowing that this is a free-for-all event?
Benjamin, I didn't get your medium. Wazobia, okay. I like to think positive. When we say that we are going to have no gate takings, it means that we have thought about all what could pose challenges. It's a football event. We have been involved in organizing football matches. The fact that it's under COVID rule and protocol means that more stringent measures will be applied. I gave an example during my speech, I don't know if you were here then, that even for this small crowd that we have at this press conference, if the cameras were to show live everybody here, you will see everybody is wearing a face mask. Therefore, even at non-COVID periods, when you have a football game, you don't sell all the seats for tickets. Those are number one, it's a basic rule in football. If you have, say, 20,000 capacity, you sell between 3,000 and 5,000 less. The human beings are visible to everybody. Once you start seeing that the stadium is getting full, you pass on the message, no more entry. People pass through the gates to get inside the arena. So these measures we have thought very well about. They are going to be implemented to the letter. And by the grace of God, we are working very hard for the matches to be televised. So for those who cannot be at the stadium, they can watch on television. I hope that answers your questions. Thank you.
Okay. All right, before we go ahead, let's get to our online presence.
My able chairman, able director, and all of the members of the LOC, and gentlemen of the press. The First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, mother of our great nation, is quite excited about this tournament, which she wholeheartedly accepted to, be part of it, part of this, and endorsement and all that. Mrs. Aisha Falode has said it all. This organizing committee have done their research about all what Dr. Aisha Buhari Cup is all about. And let the game begin. Thank you.
Short closing remark there. But before we go, I'd like to introduce just one man who just sat over there without us introducing him as honorably due. So he is the LOC Vice President. He's Mr. Damilola Orimoloye. So let's have a round of applause for him. Thank you so very much. So, any other inputs? We can round off. Okay, now, so...
Just an announcement that the draw for the Aisha Buhari Cup will commence at exactly 12 noon. 12 noon, right here in this hall, at the Australian Hall, where we are having this press conference now. Is also where we'll have the draw, at 12 noon, on the dot, prompt. Thank you so very much.
So let's take a round. Thank you so very much, distinguished ladies and gentlemen and members of the press. Thank you so much. So that's it for the press conference. Okay. Okay, let's have the vote of thanks. So you're taking the vote?
Thank you very much. I'd like to start. The chairman and the director of organization, as they have both say a lot, but I'd like to start by saying that we're very appreciative for everyone who have turned up here. But of course, highly important is the endorsement from the office of Her Excellency, the First Lady, who is here, the office here being represented by Dr. Wole Aboderin, the government of the Lagos State, the Center of Excellence, and Lagos City, the city of aquatic splendor, We're very grateful. Mr. Tony Gafara Bolo-Otan, the Director General, himself here present. We'd like to thank also the Vice Chairman who is here, the Vice Chairman of the LOC, Mr. Damilola Orimoloye. Thank you very much. And of course, the Honorable Minister, Chief Sunday Akindare, for the sports support for this very, very important tournament. A lot has been said, future assured, Aisha Buhari Foundation, it's all about the girl child, empowerment, health, promotion, and well-being, and in the areas of economic, enhancement as well. The Chairman, Director of the organization, the members, and of course, Honorable Ayomi Diron, who has done so much, of course, for women football, long before a lot of people in this hall even knew what the game is about. She's been there and done so much. The other members of the LOC, Ms. Ruth David, Secretary, Kemi Ariela, everyone, the members of the technical team, the very, very indefatigable marketing consultant, who has been doing a lot, flying around the country, trying to get things going. Mr. Taege, thank you very much. The leading lights of sports journalism in Nigeria who are here, I can say the former chairman Lagos State Swan, Mr. Niyo Yeleke, leading the Super Sports team. The NTA, as such, short notice, they were able to swing it. Live broadcast, we thank you so much. I think it's more than 30 million viewers now. It must be in the range of 60 million. Thank you, everyone. God bless you. See you at 12. See you at 12.